It's raining. Anna wraps herself in an old handkerchief, memories tormenting her. Are you sick again? Natasha asked and took another sip from the kettle. It's cold here, but you can't, and I can't go without fuel. You see, I feel better this way. Maybe that's why I'm still alive. Well, at least we don't sleep on the heating main, and that's good, concluded the homeless woman. In her previous life, Natalia worked as an accountant. She was framed for a large sum of money. Her husband ran away when the brothers showed up on her doorstep. The apartment was taken away for debts. Since then, the woman has been living in an abandoned wooden hovel. She picked up Anna on the street in tears 7 months ago. Anya fell ill and became ill, and then they survived together, subsisting on casual earnings. Anna remembered that day, the happy day when she learned of her pregnancy, and a terrible one, when the man she loved had thrown her out of the house without even letting her on the doorstep, without money, without documents. He screamed that she would die in a ditch, and promised that he would make her life a living hell, and she wouldn't be able to get a job anywhere. These were not empty words. The richest businessman in town, the owner of a chain of restaurants, could make threats come true. The girl's parents left one by one. Anechka was raised by Aunt Lisa. She loved her niece and could not allow her to go to an orphanage. Auntie helped her to finish school, to enter the Institute of Chemical Technology. Only having fulfilled her duty, Aunt Lisa got married and went abroad. Before leaving, the relative rewrote the apartment to her niece, and the parents' apartment was sold. The money was put at interest on Anna's account. Anya recalled how she escorted her aunt to the airport with Michael. The girl did not want to go abroad with them. The aunt was happy because she could not find a worthy man in the homeland. Michael loved her, patiently waiting for Anechka to grow up, always helping, sometimes coming to the capital. That day, Anna was sad. She longed for her parents and already missed Aunt Lisa. The girl called her friend Svetlana and invited her to visit. The friend showed up in the evening with a bottle of champagne. "It's raining outside. Let's celebrate freedom at home," she proclaimed. Svetlana glowed with happiness. She was like a well-fed cat that had finally gotten to the sour cream. Anna was aware that when her parents were not at home, her friend rocked with Oleg, whom she met 6 months ago. The girls decorated the table with fruit, and a lively conversation ensued under the champagne. "It's good that you came, or I'm bored alone. And you, I see, are having a lot of fun," smiled Anna. "You don't waste time. Get to know someone, and you'll have fun. You have to start sometime," Svetlana answered. "Remember, a guy wanted to meet you at school, and he made you sick. Maybe you are allergic to the male sex? You have all the conditions now. You live alone. You have a free apartment. You don't have to worry about when your parents will come back. You can date whoever you want." "No, that's not how my mom raised me. I made her a promise. I won't get close to any man before I get married. That's so last century. That's like you. And I like Oleg, but I would not mind with someone else to try, compare, so that they do not experience terrible disappointment." "Sveta, don't scare me. I don't understand it. It seems immoral to me. I beg you, it's time to move with the times. I'm going to marry Oleg. Our relationship is only stronger when I realize he's the best. What if you get married and the guy isn't right for you? I don't like that. I wouldn't want my boyfriend comparing me to someone else, choosing who you'd rather be with. It's dirty." "Don't worry, you're my friend. I'm not going to cheat on you," laughed Svetlana. Now Anya often had to walk around the evening city. Svetlana and Oleg met in her apartment. "You don't have to leave. Your presence doesn't disturb me at all." Svetlana grinned, reclining on Anna's bed in beautiful lingerie. "Well, no. You scream so much that I get scared. I'd better go for a walk." Anna disagreed. "Are you going to meet Oleg undressed?" As she was leaving, Anya asked. "Learn while you have me. Beautiful lingerie excites a man. Throw away your pants, or all the guys will run away from you." The girl got used to evening walks, breathing fresh air and making plans. She would become an excellent technologist, and start creating cosmetic masterpieces because her mother valued quality cosmetics. Anna was on her way to the bridge, immersed in her dreams. Suddenly the brakes squealed, and a furious girl jumped out of a black SUV. "You can't do this to me," she screamed. "You can't do this to me." But the car sped off, leaving her on the side of the road. "Jerk, asshole," the girl continued to yell. "And what are you looking at? You fool, go where you were going." She shouted at Anna and started to call a cab. Anya bypassed her and went on. Soon the girl noticed. In front of the bridge, the same Jeep was flashing its emergency lights, and on the bridge, a tall, handsome guy was smoking, obviously a major from the rich. "Someone like that won't even look at me," Anna thought. But the man suddenly turned around and said, "Stay with me, please." I could not calm down, as if not to break the wood. "I know, you saw everything." "Anna, my name is Anna," said the girl. It was the first thing that came into her head. "And I'm Dennis. I've known Lucia since childhood. I dated different girls. I didn't love her, but I wanted to marry her. She told me fairy tales that she loved me, waited for me, and dreamed that I would become her first man. It turned out that the future wife sleeps with everyone indiscriminately." And I added, "What goes around comes around." I had hard days too when I wanted to throw myself from this bridge into the water, Anna said quietly. "Because of the boy?" Dennis asked. "I didn't have a boyfriend yet. It was hard when my parents left each other." "Sorry, I didn't know," the man sympathized. He had spotted the pretty girl on the sidewalk during the scandal with Lucia. Dennis liked the girl immediately, as if something had turned on in his soul. He stopped in front of the bridge, waiting for her like a premonition of hope. "Tell me, can normal girls do such things before marriage?" "I have no experience in such cases, but my friend, dating a guy and trying to cheat on him. I don't understand it. I think it's mean. She claims it only makes the relationship stronger. And now she and Oleg are in my apartment, and I'm walking around the city." "Interesting friend," Dennis concluded. "It's cold by the water. Shall we go somewhere? Get in the car." Thus began their acquaintance. Sitting in the cafe, Anna gazed at Dennis's features and felt a magical effect. The girl was drawn to him. An unfamiliar feeling was born in her soul. Young people began to meet. Dennis fell madly in love with Anna. He came almost every day, if he was busy, sent flowers, called, filled her sums. The guy worked in his father's firm, on the car, earned himself, and was smart and independent. One day he said, "Tomorrow we go to meet the parents. I want to make you an offer." Anna was worried about how they would accept her because she is an ordinary girl, not from their circle. But her parents turned out to be surprisingly nice and intelligent people. They accepted Anna perfectly. Soon there was a lavish wedding. Now Anechka was taken from the institute by car. The young wife ran the household and met her husband with delicious dishes. Happy family life lasted more than 3 years. Anna graduated from the institute. But Dennis did not allow her to work. He said that she could help him at the firm. Kirill, a childhood friend, often visited them. He also worked in Dennis's father's firm. Kirill kept showing up with different girls. Anya once asked Dennis why his friend behaved so frivolously. "He couldn't find a faithful friend like you. I told him that there is no other like you, so he's looking for one." One day, his father sent Dennis away on a business trip for 7 days. Anechka missed him very much. At the end of the week, the girl went to see off Svetlana and Oleg for a sleepover. They were moving to another city in connection with a promotion at work. "Something on your face is not there, blue all over," said Sveta, saying goodbye. "Go to the doctor, not a little girl." Anna thought it was because she was homesick for Dennis, but decided to go to the clinic. They took her tests and announced the verdict. "Soon you will be a mom. You need to drink vitamins and support your body." The girl flew home as if on wings. But when she opened the door, she froze when she saw Dennis in a frenzy. He shouted something terrible, almost strangled her, and threw her out of the house. That day, Dennis came from a business trip in impatience to see his wife. Uncle Kolia, a drunken janitor, was sweeping the house as usual. "Ah, Dennis, you're here? And yours was not bored. All night Carol's car was parked at the entrance." The man's blood rushed to his head. He flew up to the floor and broke into the apartment. The bed was crumpled, and wine glasses were on the table. Dennis smashed the apartment, tearing and throwing everything he could get his hands on. Then the door began to open, and Anya appeared on the threshold. Without discerning, he threw her out of the house in a frenzy and then went to the firm. Dennis beat Carol as if he wanted to kill him. He didn't even have time to say a word before he was knocked out. Carol did not understand anything and left the firm, having previously been in the hospital. It had been 7 months. Her stomach was getting huge. Anna was getting heavier and heavier, and she was suffering from intoxication. "I don't like you. Your stomach has dropped down," Natasha muttered. "It hurts," Anna moaned. "It hurts today for some reason. It's still early." "Aren't you going into labor?" Natalia was worried, having forgotten about the bottle. "Let's go. It's good that the maternity hospital is nearby." "I'm not even washed. They won't let me in so dirty," Anna moaned. "Yes, they will," Natalia assured her. How they got to the hospital, Anna did not remember well. She was put in the corridor, and soon she gave birth to a baby boy. Dennis sat at the bar and drank cocktails moodily. Nothing pleased him. Suddenly, someone touched his shoulder. It was Carol. The man's fists instantly clenched, but Carol intercepted his hand and asked sternly, "Why don't you listen first?" His friend told him everything as it happened. He told him that he was having fun in his apartment with another girl. Anna spent the night at Svetlana's. Carol reproached him for believing a drunken janitor. Neither his wife nor his friend. No one gave his word to anyone. "I found Anna. I recently learned that you kicked her out. Do you know where she is now and what's wrong with her? She gave birth to your son. And she's lying in the corridor of the maternity hospital like a homeless woman." Dennis stood there as if struck by lightning. There was no time to apologize. The friends were rushed to the maternity hospital. The young father roared throughout the corridor, demanding the chief doctor and a separate room. And the nurses and orderlies were whispering that a local millionaire had come to the dirty tramp. Dennis begged for forgiveness.